So, what do we have here? Okay, so what's up? Shmel here, and I want to talk about a topic that has been brought up recently a lot in the past couple days, and that's the topic of the streets being dead. Are the streets dead? Are the streets dying? The world may never know. But seriously, on some real shit, 21 Savage posed the question, are the streets dead? And with the release of his new album, what happened to the streets, and with all this YSL tail drama and all this shit, the saga never continues and it never motherfucking ends. I mean, it never ends. The saga never ends. The saga, all this shit never ends. I mean, it's still going on. Young Thug was telling on everybody, inside and outside, they say. Gunna was telling on everybody too. Thug mad at Gunna because everybody snitching. Thug in jail telling on everybody and fucking pillow talking and talking hella shit about everybody like he's somebody goddamn grandmama. But let's get into really the topic. Are the streets died? Are the streets dead? Now, for me and 21 Savage's new album, if I'm giving it reviews, I'm gonna give it a solid, and I'm a big 21 Savage fan, like not a big 21 Savage fan, but a big enough to where like I've been listening to his music since 9th grade, high school, 8th grade, like the early day, blue rag, red rag, nigga, what you banging? Oh, okay. And he has even a little remnants of a lot of his early work in this work, and a lot of earlier Atlanta hip hop, like a lot of Gucci references. Being a 21 Savage fan, being somebody that's grown up and grown with his music, I haven't really seen much of growth when it comes down to his sound. A lot of stuff that 21 Savage put out, he could have put it out years ago, or he could have put it out now, but it's not like a huge jump. And I'm not saying this to discredit his music making ability or anything, but all I'm saying is that 21 Savage is somebody that we look to make a certain type of music, and when you listen to 21 Savage, you know what you're gonna get. So with this album, it's not really a crazy sound or experimental sound that he's playing with. It's 21 Savage. You know what you're gonna get as soon as you press play. And with this album, I feel like he definitely delivered that, and he's been consistent. Coming out of Atlanta, a lot of, I say, artists right now are in that weird kind of time where they don't know if being an artist myself is very hard to be consistent. And it's very hard to kind of go through controversy, and it's very hard to kind of go through the stuff that 21 Savage has been through. I mean, the UK drama, like him not being from America or supposedly born in Atlanta. You know, him not fully exercising the gangster shit when it came down to the Amber Rose slut walk thing. Him in the Aiden Ross drama. It's a lot of things that 21 Savage has been part of, and a lot of controversies that has been tied to his name in the past couple of years. But he's somebody that's always had consistent drops. His collab album with Metro, both of them, Savage Mode 1 and 2, those are smash hits. I mean, I still play Savage Mode 2 all the motherfucking time. I mean, I still play Savage Mode 1. That was a crucial time, and I think hip hop history, because that was a time where we had a surprise feature. Like, if you remember back in the days, like he didn't even show that he was gonna have Future on the album. Like when he dropped that, it was a surprise feature, and then when people found out it was Future on the album, he was like, oh shit. Like back in the day where people made you a fan, I feel like 21 Savage still has the heart and gives you the heart to make you a fan, even though he said it himself, like he don't even give a fuck about rap. But when we get down to more of the album, I feel like he has a lot of great 21 Savage hits on here. And when I say that, I feel like Where You From, that is it's a great intro to this kind of album, because he kind of still playing into that Savage Mode too, where he's giving like a concept. He's having a lot of ad libs from a lot of his homies, a lot of legendary street Atlanta figures. I heard Big Bank, I heard Nudie after a couple records. So he's having that still same of it's a concept. It's like, what happened to the street? Is the street dead? Is the street dead or not? Come on, man, just tell me. He's having a lot of that. So when we get down to more of the album, I really like Ha. I really like the Gucci Hit Another Lick. sample, you know, growing up listening to Gucci, elementary school, shit. I think even pre-K we was bumping Gucci Mane, but you know, you gonna know a Gucci song when you hear it, and even if you don't know that Gucci song or haven't heard that Gucci song, then somebody gonna play it for you, and now the whole world know it, and now, you know, it's that type of thing. But I really love that sample. I really love his homage to his earlier work with that, oh, okay, wop, 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 wop. That shit, that type of shit, as an artist and as somebody that makes music, somebody that really loves music, as somebody that is a fan of this shit, before we even ever hit record, that type of stuff brings joy to me and bring joy to my ears to hear artists that really care about their music, they grow with their music, to know that soon after we hit play on this song, we go back 4 or 5 years and listen to the stuff that you dropped back then. And you know, it's a teaching experience, because even then, it's like you learn to kind of grow with your own music. I really like that feature with Gorilla, Dog Shit. That's pretty dope. Gorilla is really doing her thing. I mean, she's featured on damn near everybody track. I feel like she being a government mandated feature right now, and that's not giving no shade to her. We gonna get into that in another video, and I definitely want to do a whole nother separate video about Gorilla and her rise, and not only that, but her stand power, as well as people not really giving her the respect that they really need to do, because she carried the torch for female rappers, but she carried the torch for really female consistency. Like, you, other than Lotto, and Lotto was somebody that's also present a lot on a lot of rappers' album that's coming out right now. You always see the Lotto feature, you always see the Gorilla feature. If you don't see one or the other, you know, when you do get down to either one or the other, you do get the dope fucking Gorilla feature, what you have in Dog Shit. Like, people need to give her credit. Like, I feel like Gorilla is one of the dopest artists out right now. And I feel like she's been consistent. I think she's Grammy nominated, if I'm not mistaken. She's broken a lot of awards as a female artist coming out right now. Even with Fuck Nigga Free, I think people felt like she was gonna be like more of a Sexy Red, where like she'll be here hot for a little minute and then she will fizzle out. But she has stand power, and she's been consistent, and she's somebody that can actually rap. Like, she actually can give credence and give a voice, you know what I mean, to her rhymes. She's not somebody that's coming out and just selling sex and just selling ass and titties. And even then, with the kind of bringing in the whole, like, who wanna fuck Gorilla shit, it was kind of fucked up, because like damn, like, why would you even say that about anybody? Like, imagine you locked up, you fighting life and murder, but I mean, you fighting life. Like, imagine you locked up, you fighting life. You Young Thug, you have millions of dollars, and out of nowhere, you talking to your girl, and you just bring up, man, you know what? I would never fuck Gorilla. I don't know, man. I think Young Thug kind of want to fuck Gorilla. That's kind of. You probably hit her, slid in the DM. She ain't say nothing. She probably didn't respond.
I saw the girl. The girl Gorilla.
Yeah.
Why don't people say she pretty? That be ugly as fuck.
You think she ugly?
You said it. Like, yeah, they say she ain't ugly. People, niggas be saying she ain't.
But that's besides the point. We got Jump Out. I love the features with G Herbo, Mr. Recoup with Drake. I love the beat. I love that intro. I was like, damn, here go Drake. He coming out with another one. Here go Drake. This motherfucker came out again with some shit. And then 21 Savage then got him in. But it wasn't, like I say, it wasn't the song. It wasn't the song for me. Like the Mr. Recoup feature, I felt like Drake could have definitely did more. I feel like Drake is definitely still getting lazier with his music, and this is a slight to not only the music that's coming out now, but kind of him being a pioneer for this kind of lazy sound where we don't really have to give a lot of effort into the music that we make. We just have to have a dope ass beat, dope ass 808s, dope ass hook, maybe bassline lyrics, and then, you know, I feel like that song was pretty cool. Also, I really liked the feature with G Herbo. That was pretty cool. Album rollout itself, like, that has been sort of a topic, because he had the Big Bank DT interview, and if you're from Atlanta, you already know, like, Big Bank is somebody that's well respected, real regarded, and that's why Young Thug went and did his interview with Big Bank. But he did the Big Bank interview, and he said a lot of things. Now, a lot of people said he said a lot of contradictory things, but one of the main things that he brought up is how kind of the streets are dying, how the streets are being dead, or, you know what I mean, they're going through this time where it's going through a revitalization period or anything. But I kind of want to put more emphasis on that, of actually what is or what does the streets dying look like? Like, what is that concept? And it's pretty fucking obvious. I'm a black man. Growing up in America, you definitely grow up and you have one or two things that from the start in your community are very prevalent, and that's the streets and that is sports. Okay, the streets and sports. You got two motherfucking things. You can either become a ball player or you become a motherfucking dope slinger. All right, there's one or two things. Now there's many other intricacies of black culture that people never would get into. You know, we have black nerds, we have black doctors, we got black businessmen, black lawyers, we got different black socialites. You got a plethora of different kind of communities, and like black people, we're not a monolith. Growing up, definitely in Atlanta, where you got any and every kind of black person, you definitely grown up. I've definitely grown up, and I've seen that. And I know 21, he's grown up, and he's seen that too. So he kind of knows and understands that like it's just more than one type of black person when it comes down to the street nigga, or when it comes down to the athlete, or it comes down to the movie star, or it comes down to the rapper. Because even now, you don't see a lot of black people, you don't see a lot of black actors out there as you would see back in the day. But he posed a question, are the streets dead? And I would say, like, as black people, we kind of hold on to the streets. Like, we hold on to the hood. Hood is like our Chinatown, to keep it frank. It's like what Chinatown is to the Chinese. It's like what the little barrios or the Spanish towns in Harlem are to, you know, the different Latino communities. It's like when you go to different places in DC or New York or whatever, and you have these hubs. You got Little Italy, you know, you have Little Vietnam, or wherever you would go. You have these places and you have these subsects, and a subsect of America is the black male. I feel like we are a subculture. Not only that, but we are an exporter of what is American culture. If there is no black male, there is no American culture, or there is a depleted American culture. There's a depleted way, and I feel like there is an emphasis on a style and way we dress. But the black male and being from the hood and just the black community in general, the hood is something that we stand on, or the hood is something that is our community, or the hood is not just a concept, it's our community. It's where we live, it's where we thrive. But we don't really take pride in our community. The hood is more commodified than it is championed. And it's hard to say this, but it's kind of like for struggle reasons, people love to struggle more than they love to prosper. So the hood, the way it is, and it's kind of staying the way it is because change isn't really imminent, because we don't really want change. It's hard to enact change on something when you don't really see what the change can bring. And that's when you get down to the topic of the streets, of why the streets even exist. And the streets exist to have an outlet. We have an outlet, you know? Like, I feel like in America, we haven't really dwelled into kind of the creation of the black man and kind of how we've grown up in this society, and our whole culture has been so malleable. We've been able to mold it. Not only that, but they've been able to mold it for money. And now you get down to the domestication of the black male. And now you get down to the creation of the hood and what the hood looks like. And then you get down to these poverty games that a lot of politicians, a lot of governments play to try to keep black people and try to keep minorities in general in a certain hole or box. And then you get down to the creation of the concept of the hood and why the hood is so important to black people. So I rephrase and come back into the topic of the hood being our Chinatown and being our kind of only community everywhere in the world, because you go anywhere in the world, you're going to find the hood. Motherfucker, you can find the hood in Europe, you can find the hood in Denmark, you can find streets in Australia, you can find street shit activity going around any and everywhere. But to keep it frank, in America, we have our certain hoods that are very distinct and very prevalent around everywhere. I mean, even if you go to South Central, you're going to see remnants of hoods that look like Hamilton Road. You're gonna see hoods that look like Southwest and DC, Brownsville, Brooklyn, and New York. You're gonna see a lot of the same similarities around everywhere in the world. And when it comes down to the hood and being prevalent in black culture, we kind of get our style, we kind of get our grace, and we kind of get who we are from either that rugged or rough exterior, or we kind of get where we're from that rough exterior, rough environment. So when you come from a rough environment, it kind of gives you credit. It gives you street cred. You know, back in the day, motherfuckers would say, like, you have street cred, you have respect because you come from a certain area, or you come from a certain place, or you come from a certain time where life was harder, things were more difficult, and you had to kind of struggle. And that's what the hood is. Like, the hood gives that credence to black people. And it's kind of like that moniker. It's like being white and you didn't go to an Ivy League school, or Mexican and you didn't work with your dad growing up in construction or whatever. And I ain't being racist when I say that. It's just a fact. Like, these certain things in our communities are stereotypes, are monikers, and we hold on to these stereotypes because it kind of gives us a sense of belonging and fitting in. We're talk about that topic, like the struggle to fit in as a black male, as a black man. Like, the struggle to fit in as a black male is it's a fight, because you really don't fit in anywhere. You don't fit in your own community because your own community is a target within itself. Not only that, but targets its own self. We can't fit in around other communities because of all these certain stereotypes or all these certain kind of fucking racial epithets that they throw at us, and how they look at us and how they perceive us. Outside of being men, it's a whole different connotation of being a black man in America. So when you get down to all these things, and then you get down to the streets, like, nigga, all the streets dead. Yes, partially. I feel like a part of the streets died. A part of the streets died when cameras and Instagram Live and Joe Biden got elected. That's when part of the fucking streets died. When people started posting their crimes before they did them, before they went out and go kill somebody, they're telling people, they telling millions of people, they broadcasting that they killing somebody. I feel like that's when the streets died. The streets didn't die because people got arrested or people got locked up or there was new laws being changed or anything. No, the streets are the streets. The streets are never going to change. Like you see now, there's people broadcasting their crimes literally to millions of people, to millions of fans. It's literally people telling you how to commit crimes as financial gain on YouTube right now. You can go literally find out how to cook crack on this motherfucker right now. The streets are never dying. The streets are never dead. People gonna stay high, people gonna wanna get fried, and people gonna wanna get by. They don't give a fuck what they got going on in the populace. Nobody else cares. Only sensible Americans care what's going on in the world. And I can tell you, like, as somebody that wanted to be a little bit in the streets or played around with the streets, that shit ain't fun. That shit ain't cool. It's a lot of things that come with the streets that, as people already know, death, drugs, jail, or the military. But nigga, you don't have a lot of other options when you fucking with the streets. You have death, jail, or more death. Or you roll around this motherfucker and you be an OG and people respect you, but then after finally like 5 or 6 years, niggas start disrespecting you. Now you gotta do some more shit to keep your name solidified, and you either gonna have to move to Nebraska, Kansas, get a motherfucking cornfield, or go to Denmark, or go kill a nigga. Either way it goes, it's a hard game out here. It's a hard game out here for a street nigga. The life of a street nigga, the life of a street person in general, it's a hard life. And when you bring up what the streets even look like in 2025, it's a whole nother playing field. Like, it's a whole nother kind of street game. Like, people are not even committing the same type of crimes anymore. I mean, people are still murdering people. That's something that's always gonna still be around. But you got financial crimes now. You got more scams now. You got more internet crimes now. You got more people that are committing crimes that are far, far away in fucking South Africa. They're coming over here and committing crimes, scam crimes. People scamming from all different places in the world. So really get down to the nitty and gritty. It's kind of a touchy subject, because a lot of people, and I would say a lot of artists now, and a lot of people didn't really agree with 21 Savage when he said, are the streets dead, are the streets dying? because a lot of people make their money off the streets. A lot of people, and I will say, because it's true, a lot of people have commodified the streets. A lot of street niggas have commodified the streets to the point now where it is a clan robe. A chain, a Nike Tech, and a 4.5 is basically the version of a clan robe. If we keeping it a band, if we keeping it a beam, because that's an easy moniker for us to spot. That's a racist over there. Is that motherfucker has a clan robe? That motherfucker has a cross burning in his backyard. That motherfucker got a pickup truck. That motherfucker's fucking his sister. Those are indicators that that person is a racist. For us, the indicators of a street nigga, Nike Tech, chain, either a Dodge Charger, Challenger, or a motherfucking car that ain't in his name. I'm just keeping it a bean. But these are all stereotypes though. So we gonna keep it stereotype. But like I said, we get down really to the ending of this video. Are the streets dead? In my real and true and honest opinion, no.